We're going to do some changing in the chair right now, getting ready to talk to Mr. Dean James. He is the CEO of IMGG. Their stock symbol's IMG. I think we're ready now. Dean, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Don.
Dean, I'm not going to pussyfoot around. I mean, there's one question everyone wants to know about IMGG, and I'd like to see an update about the FDA approval process. How's that coming along?
Well, it's coming along real well. You know, our new consultants are helping us put together the package, and you know, working to, you know, we're taking our time to make sure that when we file, we're going to file it, you know, and hopefully get a yes. And, you know, it's been a really long process, far too long than what we had expected or even hoped for. And it's really difficult to explain to my shareholders, you know, the unexplainable. Why is it taking so long? But, you know, we've done what we needed to, which is hiring this new law firm to help guide us. And what we hope to do is meet with the FDA prior to submitting our package and saying, here's what we're doing, here's what we're going to give you, is there anything else you can think of, so we can try to push this through to get a yes.
Now, I know you had done this successfully, like I think 3 or 4 times before. In the initial application process, were you just thinking, well, I've done this before, so we'll push it through like this, so you weren't expecting, you know, the kind of roadblocks you ran into?
Right, and what's happened, I mean, even if you look at, there's been a lot of press recently about the FDA changing their 510K program, and you know, a lot of vendors that I know of complaining about it, manufacturers of equipment, about the very same thing. It's hard to get an approval when the line just keeps changing. You can't cross that finish line because they're changing standards that they're not letting you know about. And it's frustrating to kind of provide them information and then them coming back and asking about something completely different. It just seems like the processes got convoluted.
It'd be sort of like a driver crossing the Indy 500 finish line, only to be told, actually, it's the Indy 600 this year.
Yeah, no kidding. That's a good.
Now, you had a shareholder meeting recently. How did that go for you?
It went really well. We were really shocked, or we were pleasantly surprised. Do you know that we have almost 14,000 shareholders?
Wow.
We thought we forgot to do an RSVP, so we had no idea what to expect from the turnout. But it was great. It was about 50 to 100 people that showed up, and you know, everything that we had looked for from our proxy passed, you know, with a wide majority. You know, we got a quorum, which is 51% of the outstanding shares that had voted. It actually came up 56 at the meeting. So everything was passed. It worked really well. There was a Q&A session, and I think most of the shareholders that showed up felt they were very well informed when they left.
Well, Dean, I do appreciate you continuing to come back on the program and answer, you know, the same 3 questions I ask you almost every time. Again, IMGG, stock symbols IMGG. I know one of these days I'm going to ask you the question. You're going to say, Don, guess what?
Yeah.
Great.
That's the day I look forward to.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, John.